First contact. The vastness of space stretched out before Commander Alexis Rees as she stood on the bridge of the Starship Horizon. The ship's sleek design cut through the cosmic void, its mission to explore the uncharted regions of the galaxy. Alexis, a veteran of countless missions, felt a familiar thrill of anticipation as they approached their latest discovery, a planet that defied all expectations. Commander, with picking up unusual readings from the planet's surface, reported Lieutenant Chen, her eyes fixed on the holographic display. It's unlike anything we've seen before. Alexis leaned forward, her piercing blue eyes scanning the data. The planet, designated Zarkai, loomed large in the viewscreen. Its surface was a tapestry of vibrant purples and deep blues, with swirling storm systems that dwarfed anything seen on Earth. Life signs? Alexis inquired, her voice steady but laced with curiosity. Chen's fingers danced across the console. Affirmative, Commander. And they're complex, far more advanced than simple microbial life. A hush fell over the bridge crew. The discovery of complex alien life had been the holy grail of space exploration for centuries. Now it seemed they stood on the precipice of that monumental find. Prepare a landing party, Alexis ordered, her decision made in an instant. We're going down there. As the Horizon entered orbit around Zarkai, Alexis briefed her team. Dr. Samantha Patel, the ship's xenobiologist, practically vibrated with excitement. Engineer Marcus Rodriguez triple-checked their equipment, while Security Chief Zara Thompson ensured their weapons were charged, just in case. The descent to Zarkai's surface was turbulent, the planet's dense atmosphere buffeting their shuttle. As they broke through the cloud cover, a landscape of alien beauty unfolded before them. Towering crystal formations jutted from the ground, refracting the light of the system's binary stars into a kaleidoscope of colors. "My God," Samantha whispered, her face pressed against the viewport. "It's beautiful." Their shuttle touched down in a clearing surrounded by what appeared to be bioluminescent vegetation. As the team stepped out, their environmental suits protecting them from the alien atmosphere, they were struck by the sheer alienness of their surroundings. "Stay alert," Alexis cautioned, her hand resting on her sidearm. "We don't know what kind of welcome we might receive." They hadn't taken more than a few steps when a rustle in the nearby foliage caught their attention. Zara raised her weapon, but Alexis held up a hand, signaling restraint. From the glowing underbrush emerged a creature unlike anything they had ever seen. It stood on two legs, its body covered in iridescent scales that shifted color with each movement. Its large, almond-shaped eyes regarded the humans with unmistakable intelligence. "Hello," Alexis said, taking a cautious step forward. "We come in peace." The creature tilted its head, emitting a series of clicks and whistles. Samantha fumbled with her translator, but it was clear their technology was inadequate for this new language. Suddenly, more of the creatures appeared, surrounding the human team. Their postures were not overtly hostile, but there was a wariness in their movements that set Alexis on edge. "Easy," she murmured to her team. "Let's not make any sudden moves." One of the aliens, larger than the others and adorned with intricate markings, approached Alexis. It reached out a multi-jointed appendage, not quite a hand, but clearly meant for manipulation. Alexis, understanding the importance of this moment, slowly removed her glove and extended her own hand. The touch was electric. The alien's skin was cool and smooth, almost metallic in texture. As their hands met, a spark of understanding seemed to pass between them. The alien's eyes widened, and it emitted a series of rapid clicks that caused the others to stir excitedly. "I think we just made first contact," Samantha said, her voice filled with awe. The moment was shattered by a piercing shriek from above. The aliens scattered, diving for cover. Alexis and her team looked up to see a massive winged creature descending upon them, its razor-sharp talons extended. "Take cover," Alexis shouted, pushing Samantha towards the shuttle. The team scrambled for safety as the predator swooped down, its wingspan easily twice that of their shuttle. As they huddled behind the spacecraft, Alexis saw the alien leader gesturing frantically towards a cave entrance hidden among the crystal formations. Understanding dawned. They were being offered shelter. "Follow them," she ordered, and the team sprinted towards the cave, the winged monster's screeches echoing behind them. Inside the cave, they found themselves in a vast underground network. The walls pulsed with bioluminescent light, revealing intricate carvings and what appeared to be advanced technology seamlessly integrated with the natural rock. The alien leader approached them again, this time with a device in its hand. It activated the device, projecting a holographic image of Zarkai. The image zoomed in, showing a massive structure hidden beneath the planet's surface. "I think they're trying to show us something," Marcus said, studying the hologram intently. Before they could decipher more, a low rumble shook the cave. The aliens chittered nervously, their colors shifting to darker hues. The leader pointed urgently at the hologram, then at the humans, then deeper into the cave system. "They want us to go with them," Alexis realized. "Something's wrong." As if in response to her words, their communicators crackled to life. Lieutenant Chen's voice came through, distorted but urgent. "Commander, we're detecting massive seismic activity on the planet. It's like the whole planet is waking up." Alexis looked at her team, then at the aliens who had welcomed them despite the obvious dangers. In that moment, she knew their mission had changed. This was no longer just about exploration or first contact. Something was happening on Zarkai, something that threatened both humans and aliens alike. "Chen, prep the horizon for emergency protocols," Alexis ordered. "We're staying planetside. These people need our help." As they followed their new alien allies deeper into the planet's mysterious underground, Alexis couldn't shake the feeling that they had stumbled upon something far greater than they could have imagined. The fate of two species now hung in the balance, and the true test of humanity's spirit was about to begin. The journey deeper into the cave system was a descent into an alien world unlike anything the human team had ever experienced. The bioluminescent walls pulsed with an almost heartbeat-like rhythm, casting eerie shadows that danced across the carved surfaces. Alexis noticed that the alien leader, whom she had started mentally referring to as Guide, seemed to be communicating with the others through a combination of color changes and subtle movements. As they progressed, the cave opened up into a vast chamber that took their breath away. Suspended in the center was a massive crystalline structure, pulsating with energy. Around it, dozens of aliens worked at what appeared to be control stations, their movements urgent and purposeful. "It's some kind of command center," Marcus whispered, his engineer's mind already trying to decipher the alien technology. Guide led them to a central platform where a holographic display of the planet flickered to life. The image showed Zarkai's surface being ravaged by massive storms and seismic activity. But it was what lay beneath that truly shocked the human team. Beneath the planet's crust, a network of massive creatures was stirring. They resembled nothing so much as colossal, planet-spanning serpents, their movements causing the very foundations of Zarkai to shift. "Those can't be living creatures," Summonford gasped, her scientific mind reeling at the implications. Guide made a series of complex gestures, pointing from the creatures to the surface, then to the aliens themselves. The message was clear. These behemoths were a threat to all life on Zarkai. Suddenly, alarms blared throughout the chamber. The holographic display zoomed in on a section of the planet's surface, the location where the horizon was in orbit. To their horror, they saw one of the massive creatures breaching the surface, its size dwarfing their starship. "Chen, do you copy?" Alexis shouted into her communicator, fear gripping her heart. Static crackled, then Chen's voice came through, panicked but alive. "Commander, we're under attack. This thing just came out of nowhere. We're taking evasive action, but our weapons are barely scratching it." Alexis turned to Guide, desperation in her eyes. "We need to help them. Do you have weapons, anything that can fight these creatures?" Guide's colors shifted to a deep, mournful blue. It gestured to the crystal structure, then to a series of smaller crystals embedded in the walls. With quick, precise movements, it demonstrated how energy flowed between them. "It's a network," Marcus realized, his eyes widening. "The whole planet. It's like one big machine designed to keep those things dormant." "And it's failing," Alexis concluded grimly. She faced her team, her expression resolute. "We need to split up. Samantha, Marcus, work with the aliens. See if you can figure out how to restore this system. Zara, you're with me. We need to find a way to help the Horizon." As Alexis and Zara prepared to head back to the surface, Guide stopped them. It presented them with what looked like small, crystalline devices. When attached to their suits, the devices hummed to life, projecting a faint, shimmering field around them. "Protection," Alexis murmured, nodding gratefully to Guide. The journey back to the surface was fraught with danger. The planet seemed to be tearing itself apart, with massive fissures opening in the ground and crystal formations shattering around them. As they emerged from the cave system, they were met with a scene of chaos. The sky was dark with swirling storm clouds, punctuated by flashes of otherworldly lightning. In the distance, they could see the horizon, a tiny speck against the backdrop of the colossal creature that pursued it. The ship's weapons flared continuously, but they seemed to have little effect on the behemoth. "We need to draw its attention," Alexis said, her mind racing. "Give the Horizon a chance to escape or counterattack." Zara nodded grimly, understanding the risk. They made their way to a nearby crystal formation, its structure still intact and thrumming with energy. Using the alien devices they'd been given, they began to interface with the crystal, feeling the raw power coursing through it. "On my mark," Alexis commanded, her hand poised over the alien controls. 3, 2, 1, now." They activated the crystal, sending a massive surge of energy skyward. The beam struck the creature, causing it to roar in pain and fury. Its massive form began to turn, its attention drawn away from the horizon and towards the source of its agony. "It's working," Zara shouted over the deafening sound of the creature's approach. "But now we've got its full attention." Alexis watched as the behemoth descended towards them, its maw large enough to swallow a small city. In that moment, facing certain death, she felt a strange calm. They had bought the Horizon time, given humanity a chance to survive this encounter. It was enough. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Just as the creature was about to strike, the ground beneath their feet began to glow. Energy surged from crystal to crystal, forming a network of light that spread across the planet's surface. The massive being howled in confusion, its movements becoming sluggish. Alexis's communicator crackled to life. "Commander." It was Samantha's voice, breathless with excitement. "We did it. We've reactivated the planet's defense system." As they watched in awe, the creature began to sink back into the planet, drawn down by forces they could barely comprehend. All across Zarkai, the other behemoths were retreating, the planet's ancient safeguards once again asserting control. The storm clouds parted, revealing the horizon still intact, though battered. Chen's voice came through, relief evident in every word. "Commander Rees, do you copy? Whatever you did down there, it worked. The hostile entity is retreating. What's your status?" Alexis looked at Zara, then back at the cave entrance where Guide and other aliens were emerging, their colors bright with what she assumed was their version of jubilation. In that moment, she realized that this was more than just a successful mission or even first contact. This was the beginning of something monumental. "Chen," she replied, a smile spreading across her face, "prep the ship for extended planet-side operations. We've got a lot of new friends to introduce you to." As the aliens approached, their gratitude evident in every movement, Alexis knew that the real adventure was just beginning. Humanity had not only survived its first encounter with a truly alien threat, but had forged an alliance that would change the course of both their species forever. The dawn of a new era of interstellar cooperation was breaking over Zarkai, and Alexis Reeves and her team stood at its forefront, ready to face whatever challenges the universe had in store: quantum bonds and cosmic secrets. The iridescent mists of Zarkai's atmosphere swirled around the horizon as it hovered above the planet's surface. Commander Alexis Reeves stood at the ship's viewport, her eyes fixed on the alien landscape below. The events of the past few days had changed everything: first contact, battling planet-sized monsters, and now an uneasy alliance with a species beyond human imagination. "Commander," Lieutenant Chen's voice broke through her reverie. "The Zarkane representatives are ready for the cultural exchange meeting." Alexis nodded, straightening her uniform. "Let's make history, Chen." The meeting chamber was a marvel of human and Zarkane engineering. Holographic displays flickered with data streams in both languages, while a specially designed atmospheric bubble allowed both species to breathe comfortably. Guide, the Zarkane leader, stood at the center, its scales shimmering with patterns that Alexis was learning to interpret as a mix of excitement and apprehension. As Alexis approached, Dr. Samantha Patel activated the newly developed translation matrix. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. "Greetings, friends of the stars," Guide's words came through, stilted but understandable. "We gather to share knowledge and forge bonds stronger than the cosmic weave." Alexis smiled, extending her hand in the now familiar greeting. "We are honored to be here, Guide. Our peoples have much to learn from each other." The meeting progressed, with both sides sharing information about their cultures, technologies, and histories. But it was when Marcus Rodriguez, the ship's engineer, began discussing human quantum computing that things took an unexpected turn. Guy's colors shifted rapidly, a cascade of hues that the translation matrix couldn't keep up with. "You have touched the fabric of reality," the alien asked, its tone urgent. Marcus looked confused. "Well, our quantum computers manipulate quantum states to perform calculations, but..." Guy interrupted, its form seeming to vibrate with intensity. "The cosmic weave. You've seen it." The room fell silent as Guide activated a holographic display. What appeared was unlike anything the humans had ever seen: a complex, multi-dimensional web of energy that seemed to underlie reality itself. "The cosmic weave," Guide explained, "is the foundation of all existence. Your quantum technology has brushed against it. Our ancestors learned to manipulate it, creating the defense system that protects our world from the behemoths." Alexis leaned forward, her mind racing. "Are you saying that your entire planet is a quantum computer?" Guide's colors pulsed in affirmation. "A node in a vast network, spanning galaxies. But the network is failing. The behemoths are a symptom of cosmic entropy, threatening to unravel the very fabric of space-time." The implications were staggering. What had begun as a simple exploration mission had now become a quest to save not just a planet, but potentially the entire universe. "How can we help?" Alexis asked, determination burning in her eyes. Guide's next words sent a chill through the room. "We must journey to the planet's core and reactivate the prime node. But the path is fraught with danger. The behemoths are not the only guardians of cosmic secrets." As if on cue, alarms blared throughout the ship. Chen's voice came over the intercom, panic evident. "Commander, we're detecting multiple quantum fluctuations. Something's coming through." The viewport showed a terrifying sight. Rifts in space-time were opening around Zarkai, and through them poured creatures that defied description, beings of pure energy, shifting and pulsing with otherworldly power. "Cosmic devourers," Guide whispered, terror evident in its rapidly darkening scales. "They feed on the energy of the weave, leaving dead zones in their wake." Alexis's training kicked in, pushing aside the fear and confusion. "Everyone to battle stations. Chen, prep the quantum shields. Marcus, work with Guide to see if we can use the planet's defenses against these things." As the crew scrambled to respond to the new threat, Alexis felt a strange sensation. The alien device Guide had given her during their first encounter was vibrating, growing warm against her skin. She looked at Guide, who was experiencing the same phenomenon. The weave recognizes you, Guide said, wonder in its voice. You are connected now, a vital thread in the cosmic tapestry. Alexis hardly had time to process this information as the first of the cosmic devourers approached the horizon. The ship's weapons seemed to pass right through the energy beings, having no effect. Guide, Alexis said urgently, how do we fight these things? The alien's colors swirled in concentration. We must use the weave. Your quantum technology, combined with our ancestral knowledge, there might be a way. What followed was a frantic collaboration unlike anything in human history. Marcus and Guide worked to interface the Horizon's quantum systems with Zarkai's planetary defenses. Samantha's expertise in xenobiology proved crucial in understanding the Devourer's energy patterns. And through it all, Alexis felt a growing awareness, as if she could sense the very threads of reality around her. As a cosmic devourer descended upon the ship, its form a maelstrom of hunger and destruction, Alexis acted on instinct. She placed her hand on the ship's control panel, and suddenly she could see the weave. With a thought, she redirected the ship's energy, weaving it into a pattern that matched the complex dance of quantum particles Guide had shown them. The effect was immediate and awe-inspiring. A shield of pure quantum energy enveloped the horizon, its surface rippling with fractal patterns. When the devourer struck, it recoiled as if burned, its form destabilizing. It's working, Marcus shouted, his fingers flying over the controls. Commander, whatever you're doing, keep it up. Alexis felt the strain of maintaining the connection, but she pushed through. Guide joined her, its alien consciousness merging with hers through the weave. Together, they expanded the shield, encompassing more of Zarkai's atmosphere. The cosmic devourers, faced with this unexpected resistance, began to retreat. Those that were too slow were caught in the quantum field, their energy forms unraveling and being reabsorbed into the weave. As the last of the rifts closed, Alexis collapsed, physically and mentally exhausted. The crew gathered around her, their faces a mix of concern and awe. Commander, Samantha said, her voice filled with emotion, you did it. You saved us all. Alexis looked up at her team, then at Guide, who was regarding her with newfound respect. We did it, she corrected. All of us together. As the immediate danger passed, the full weight of what had transpired began to sink in. Humanity had not only made first contact, but had become an integral part of a cosmic conflict beyond their wildest imaginations. Guide approached Alexis, its colors now a deep, reverent blue. You have proven yourself a true ally of the weave, but our journey is far from over. The core awaits, and with it, the key to saving not just our worlds, but all of reality. Alexis stood, her resolve strengthened by the trials they had faced. Then we go together, human and Zarkane united in purpose. As they prepare for the perilous journey to Zarkai's core, Alexis couldn't help but feel a sense of destiny. They stood on the precipice of a cosmic adventure, one that would challenge everything they thought they knew about the universe and their place in it. The echoes of humanity would resound through the cosmic weave, heralding a new age of interstellar unity and quantum enlightenment. And at the heart of it all, a bond between species that transcended the very fabric of space-time itself. Chronoshift paradox. The descent into Zarkai's core was unlike anything Commander Alexis Rees had ever experienced. The team, a mix of humans and Zarkanes, traveled in a specially designed vessel that could withstand the intense pressures and temperatures of the planet's interior. As they plunged deeper, the walls of the tunnel began to shimmer with strange, otherworldly light. We're entering the chronosphere, Guide explained, its scales pulsing with a mix of awe and trepidation. The very heart of Zarkai's quantum network. Suddenly, the vessel shuddered violently. Alarms blared as Marcus fought with the controls. We're caught in some kind of temporal distortion, he shouted over the cacophony. Before anyone could react, a blinding flash of light engulfed them. When it faded, Alexis found herself standing not in the vessel, but on a vast plain under an alien sky. The rest of the team materialized around her, looking just as confused. Where, when are we? Samantha asked, her scientific mind already racing to make sense of their surroundings. Guide's colors shifted rapidly, a sign of intense concentration. This is impossible. We're seeing Zarkai as it was millions of years ago, before the behemoths, before the defense network. As they watched in awe, the landscape before them began to change. Civilizations rose and fell in the blink of an eye. The behemoths emerged from the planet's crust, wreaking havoc. Then, just as quickly, the defense network sprang into existence, forcing the monsters back into hibernation. We're experiencing time in flux, Alexis realized. The chronosphere isn't just the heart of the quantum network, it's a nexus of all possible timelines. A figure appeared before them, shimmering and translucent. It looked almost human, but with an otherworldly quality that defied description. "Greetings, travelers of the weave," the being spoke, its voice resonating on multiple frequencies simultaneously. "I am the chronomancer, keeper of the temporal streams." Alexis stepped forward, her mind reeling but her resolve unshaken. "We've come to reactivate the prime node and save the cosmic weave. Can you help us?" The chronomancer's form flickered, showing glimpses of past and future iterations. "The task you seek is not as simple as reactivation. The weave is unraveling because of a paradox at the heart of creation itself." With a wave of its hand, the chronomancer conjured a holographic display of the universe's timeline. At a certain point, the line split into countless branches, each one a different potential future. "The behemoths and the cosmic devourers are symptoms of a greater problem," the chronomancer explained. "The multiverse is collapsing in on itself, driven by the actions of a rogue faction we call the entropy cult." Guy's colors darkened with recognition. The ancient texts speak of such beings, those who seek to unmake reality itself. The chronomancer nodded sullenly. "They believe that by collapsing all timelines into a single point, they can reshape the universe according to their will. Your arrival here is no coincidence. You are the linchpin, the vital thread that could either save or doom all of existence." Alexis felt the weight of this revelation settle on her shoulders. "What do we need to do?" "You must journey through key points in time and space, stabilizing the weave at crucial junctures," the chronomancer instructed. "But be warned, the entropy cult will stop at nothing to prevent you from succeeding." As if on cue, the sky darkened. Rift-like tears appeared in the fabric of reality, and through them poured beings of shadow and flame, the foot soldiers of the entropy cult. "Chronoshields up," Alexis commanded, drawing on her newfound connection to the weave. The team was enveloped in a bubble of quantum energy, protecting them from the time distortions. What followed was a battle unlike any other in human history. Alexis and her team, along with their Zarkane allies, fought across the landscapes of multiple timelines. They witnessed the birth of stars and the death of galaxies, all while locked in combat with the forces of entropy. Guide proved to be an invaluable ally, its innate understanding of the weave allowing it to predict and counter the cult's moves. Samantha's quick thinking saved them more than once, her scientific mind adapting to each new temporal challenge. Marcus's engineering skills were pushed to the limit as he jury-rigged devices to interact with technology from vastly different eras. As they fought, Alexis felt her connection to the weave growing stronger. She began to see patterns in the chaos, the intricate dance of quantum probabilities that underpinned all of reality. In a moment of clarity, she realized what needed to be done. "We can't just stabilize the existing timelines," she shouted to her team as they battled cult zealots in the heart of a dying star. "We need to weave a new pattern, one that harmonizes all possible futures." Guide's colors pulsed with understanding. Yes, a quantum superposition of all timelines, maintained in perfect balance. The chronomancer appeared again, its form more stable now. "You understand. But to achieve this, you must be willing to sacrifice everything you know. The future you return to may not be the one you left." Alexis looked at her team, seeing the same determination in their eyes that she felt in her heart. "We're ready," she declared. With a nod, the chrononuncer began to channel the power of the chronosphere. Alexis and Guide joined their consciousness, becoming conduits for the weave itself. The rest of the team formed a protective circle around them, fending off the last desperate attacks of the entropy cult. Reality itself seemed to hold its breath as Alexis and Guide, human and Zarkane united, began to rewrite the cosmic code of existence. They wove together threads of possibility, creating a new tapestry of reality where the best aspects of all timelines could coexist. The process was agonizing, pushing the limits of both their bodies and minds. But slowly, surely, a new pattern began to emerge. The entropy cult's forces started to fade, their paradoxical existence unraveling in the face of this new, harmonious reality. With a final, monumental effort, Alexis and Guide completed the weave. A shockwave of quantum energy rippled out from them, spreading across all of time and space. The collapsing timelines stabilized, the behemoths retreated into their slumber, and the cosmic devourers dissipated like mist in the morning sun. As the energy faded, Alexis found herself back in the vessel, descending towards Zarkae's core. But things were different. Subtle changes in the ship's design, in her crew's uniforms, hinted at the altered reality they now inhabited. Guide, looking equally disoriented, turned to her. "We did it," it said, its colors shimmering with a mix of exhaustion and triumph. But at what cost? Alexis looked out the viewport, seeing a Zarkae that was both familiar and strange. "We'll find out together," she replied, her voice filled with determination and hope. As they emerged from the planet's core, they were greeted by a sight that took their breath away. A massive space station orbited Zarkae, its design a perfect blend of human and Zarkane architecture. Ships of various alien designs bustled around it, evidence of a thriving interstellar community. Lieutenant Chen's voice came over the comms, but with a subtle difference in accent that hinted at the changed timeline. "Welcome back, Commander. The United Galactic Council awaits your report on the successful defense against the entropic incursion." Alexis exchanged a glance with her team, a mix of confusion and excitement on their faces. They had saved reality itself, but in doing so, had created a future beyond their wildest dreams. As they docked with the station, ready to step into this brave new universe they had helped create, Alexis felt a surge of anticipation. The echoes of humanity's greatest achievement would resound through the cosmic weave for eternity, a testament to the power of cooperation, determination, and the unbreakable bonds forged in the face of cosmic adversity. The journey wasn't over, it was just beginning, and Alexis Reeves, once a simple starship commander, now the linchpin of reality itself, was ready to face whatever wonders and challenges its new existence had in store. Quantum Consciousness Nexus. As Commander Alexis Reeves and her team stepped onto the space station orbiting Zarkae, they were immediately struck by the seamless blend of various alien architectures. The station, aptly named Convergence, hummed with an energy that seemed to resonate with the very fabric of spacetime. "Welcome to Convergence," a melodious voice greeted them. A holographic figure materialized, a being composed of pure light and data streams. "I am Synapse, the station's AI overseer. The Council awaits you in the Quantum Consciousness Chamber." As they followed Synapse through the station's winding corridors, Alexis couldn't help but marvel at the changes their actions had wrought. Species that had been mortal enemies in their original timeline now worked side by side, their differences harmonized in this new reality. "Commander," Guide whispered, its colors shifting in amazement, "I'm detecting quantum entanglement on a massive scale. It's as if the entire station is one giant, living quantum computer," Samantha finished, her scientific curiosity piqued. They arrived at a massive door that seemed to shimmer in and out of existence. As it opened, they were bathed in a soft, pulsating light. The Quantum Consciousness Chamber was a vast spherical room, its walls alive with swirling patterns of energy. At the center stood a diverse group of alien beings, the United Galactic Council. But what caught Alexis' attention was the empty space at the head of the assembly, seemingly reserved for them. A tall, ethereal being stepped forward. "I am High Counselor Genva of the Astral Collective. Commander Rees, guide of the Zarkane, we welcome you to the heart of our united galaxies." Alexis felt a surge of confusion. We're part of the council. Genva's form rippled with what might have been amusement. In this timeline, yes. Your actions in the chronosphere didn't just save reality. They fundamentally altered the course of galactic history. You are the quantum architects, the ones who rewove the fabric of existence. Before Alexis could process this information, alarms blared throughout the station. Synapse's avatar reappeared, its normally calm features now etched with concern. "We're detecting a massive disturbance in the quantum field," the AI reported. "It appears to be a tear in the universe itself." The council chamber's walls shifted, providing a view of space outside. What they saw defied comprehension. A colossal rift had opened in the void, its edges crackling with energy of impossible colors. From within emerged a sight that chilled Alexis to her core, a twisted, dark reflection of Convergence Station. "Impossible," Guide breathed, its colors paling. "It's us, but not us." High Counselor Zenva's voice was grim. "The Echo incursion. We always feared this day might come." "Echo incursion?" Marcus asked, his engineer's mind already racing to understand the threat. "A parallel universe," Genva explained, "one where your efforts to reweave reality failed, where the entropy cult succeeded in collapsing all timelines. They found a way to breach the walls between universes, seeking to consume ours to sustain their dying reality." As if in response to Genva's words, a transmission cut through their communications. A face appeared on the screens, a twisted, darkened version of Alexis herself. "Greetings, naive reflections," Dark Alexis sneered. "Your reality is a mistake, an aberration in the grand design. Surrender now, and your absorption into our perfected universe will be relatively painless." Alexis stepped forward, facing her doppelganger with steely resolve. "We rewove the cosmos once. We'll do it again if we have to. This reality, this union of species and minds, it's worth fighting for." Dark Alexis' laugh was cold and bitter. "You've gone soft, Reeves. You don't have the strength to do what's necessary. The entropy cult showed me the truth. Only through unity in oblivion can the universe achieve true peace." The transmission cut off, and chaos erupted in the council chamber. Species that had been allies moments ago now eyed each other with suspicion, old hatreds bubbling to the surface. Alexis realized with a start what was happening. The incursion, it's not just a physical attack. They're weaponizing probability itself, trying to unravel the harmony we created. Guide's colors swirled with sudden inspiration. The quantum consciousness chamber, it's not just for meetings. It's a nexus point for the collective minds of the galaxy. Understanding dawned on Alexis. She turned to the panicking council members, her voice ringing with authority. "Everyone, listen. We need to join minds right now. Our combined consciousness, focused through this chamber, might be our only chance to repel this invasion." High Counselor Genva nodded gravely. "The quantum architect speaks wisely. Council members, take your positions." What followed was unlike anything Alexis had ever experienced. As the council members linked minds, she felt her consciousness expanding, merging with Guide's, then with Genva's, then outward in an ever-growing web of thought and emotion. Through this collective consciousness, Alexis could see the full scope of the threat. The Echo forces weren't just attacking Convergence, they were launching assaults across multiple points in spacetime, trying to unravel the very foundations of their reality. But she could also see the solution. With a thought, she directed the vast intelligence now at her disposal. Across the galaxy, quantum defense grids sprang to life. On countless worlds, beings of all species joined minds, adding their strength to the collective. At the heart of it all stood Alexis and her team, the linchpin that held it all together. They faced off against their dark counterparts in a battle that transcended physical space, a war of ideology and quantum probability. Reality itself seemed to tremble as the two forces clashed. Stars flickered, planets phased in and out of existence, and the very laws of physics threatened to unravel. In a moment of perfect clarity, Alexis understood what needed to be done. It wasn't about defeating their dark reflections, it was about healing them. With a monumental effort, she reached out across the quantum barrier, touching the minds of her alternate self and team. She showed them the beauty of their harmonized reality, the strength found in diversity, the power of hope. For a moment that seemed to stretch into eternity, the outcome hung in the balance. Then, slowly, the dark energies of the echo forces began to fade. The rift in space started to close, and the shadow version of convergence dissipated like smoke. As the galactic consciousness began to disconnect, Alexis caught a glimpse of her alternate self, no longer twisted and dark, but smiling with newfound understanding before fading from view. The council chamber returned to normal, its members looking shaken but triumphant. High Counselor Geneva approached Alexis and her team, bowing deeply. "Once again, you have saved not just our reality, but all realities," Geneva said. "The echo incursion has been neutralized, and the multiverse is in harmony." As the full impact of what they had achieved sank in, Alexis felt a profound sense of peace. They had faced their darkest reflections and emerged victorious not through destruction, but through understanding and compassion. Guide's colors shimmered with joy and exhaustion. "What now, Alexis? Where do we go from here?" Alexis looked out at the stars, now seeming brighter than ever before. "We go forward, Guide. There's a whole harmonized multiverse out there to explore, new mysteries to uncover, new civilizations to meet." As Convergence Station hummed with renewed energy and purpose, Alexis Reeves and her team stood at the forefront of a new age of multiversal exploration and cooperation. The quantum consciousness nexus had proven that the greatest power in any universe was the united minds and hearts of its inhabitants. The echoes of their victory would resonate across all realities, a testament to the indomitable spirit of life in all its infinite diversity. And Alexis, once a simple starship commander, now the architect of cosmic harmony, was ready to lead the charge into this brave new multiversal frontier. The Singularity Crucible. The aftermath of the Echo incursion left the United Galactic Council in a state of both triumph and trepidation. As the dust settled, Commander Alexis Reeves found herself grappling with the weight of her newfound status as a multiversal architect. The Convergence Station buzzed with activity, species from across the cosmos working together to fortify their harmonized reality. But peace, as always, was fleeting. Synapse, the AI overseer, materialized before Alexis and her team, its data streams pulsing with urgency. "Quantum architects, we've detected an anomaly at the edge of charted space. It's unlike anything we've ever encountered." Holograms sprang to life, showing a region of space where stars were going dark, not with a bang, but a whimper. It was as if reality itself was being slowly erased. High Counselor Zenva's ethereal form shimmered with concern. "The Void Cascade. It's no longer just a theory." "Void Cascade?" Alexis asked, a chill running down her spine. Guide's colors pulsed with a mix of fear and fascination. "A theoretical cosmic phenomenon where the fundamental forces of the universe begin to break down. It's like entropy given form." Dr. Samantha Patel, her scientific curiosity piqued, stepped forward. "But that's impossible. The laws of physics are changing," interrupted a new voice. All heads turned to see a being unlike any other. It appeared as a shifting mass of geometric shapes, constantly reconfiguring itself. "I am Axiom, last survivor of the precursor race. I come with a warning and a mission." The chamber fell silent, even the ever-present hum of convergence seeming to hold its breath. Axiom's form settled into something vaguely humanoid as it continued. "The Void Cascade is a natural result of cosmic evolution. As the universe expands and cools, it reaches a point where the fundamental forces can no longer maintain reality as we know it. My people faced this catastrophe eons ago. We thought we had found a solution. Holographic displays came to life around them, showing impossibly advanced technology. At its heart was a massive structure that defied comprehension. The Singularity Crucible, Axiom explained, a device capable of rewriting the cosmic source code, allowing reality to transcend its current limitations. But its activation requires a catalyst, a being or beings who have touched the very fabric of creation. All eyes turned to Alexis and her team. Marcus, ever the pragmatic engineer, voiced what everyone was thinking. Let me guess. The activation didn't go as planned for your people. Axiom's form rippled with what might have been sorrow. We underestimated the power we were wielding. The Crucible's activation created a chain reaction, tearing holes in the multiverse. What you faced in the Echo incursion was but a shadow of the chaos we unleashed. Alexis felt the weight of cosmic responsibility settling on her shoulders once again. And now you want us to try again, risking not just our universe, but all universes. The risk of inaction is greater, Genva interjected. The void cascade will consume everything if left unchecked. Before the debate could continue, alarms blared throughout Convergence. Synapse's avatar expanded, filling the chamber with a view of deep space. What they saw defied description. A massive, swirling vortex of absolute nothingness was approaching, swallowing stars and planets in its wake. But it wasn't just erasing matter, it was unraveling the very laws that governed reality. The omnivoid, Axiom whispered, its form trembling. The void cascade has gained sentience. It hungers for the annihilation of all existence. Alexis watched in horror as entire civilizations winked out of existence, erased not just from the present, but from all of history. The carefully woven tapestry of their harmonized timeline was being undone, thread by thread. We need to act now, Alexis declared, her voice steady despite the cosmic terror they faced. Axiom, where is the Singularity Crucible? The precursor's form shifted, revealing a star map. Hidden in a pocket dimension, accessible only through a quantum fracture, but reaching it will require sacrificing the very technology that has protected Convergence. Guide's colors swirled with determination. We've come too far to falter now. The harmony we've achieved is worth fighting for, worth dying for. As the crew prepared for what might be their final mission, Alexis felt a strange calm settle over her. They had faced the darkness within themselves and emerged stronger. Now they would face the void itself. The journey to the quantum fracture was perilous. Reality itself seemed to rebel against their passage, space-time twisting in impossible ways. But guided by Axiom's ancient knowledge and powered by the combined will of the United Galactic Council, they pressed on. As they approached the fracture, a haunting sight greeted them. Countless ships and structures floated in the void, the remnants of civilizations that had tried and failed to activate the Crucible. Stay focused, Alexis commanded, feeling the fear and doubt creeping into her crew's minds. We're not just fighting for ourselves, but for every being that has ever existed or will exist. They breached the fracture, emerging into a realm that defied description. Here, thought and reality were one. The Singularity Crucible loomed before them, a construct of pure possibility. But they weren't alone. The Omnivoid had followed them, its hungering nothingness threatening to consume this last bastion of creation, and within its swirling depths, Alexis saw something that shook her to her core, faces, countless faces of beings erased from existence, crying out in silent agony. It's not just destroying, Samantha realized, her voice filled with horror. It's absorbing. Every civilization it erases becomes part of it. Alexis understood then what needed to be done. The Crucible wasn't just a tool to rewrite reality, it was a conduit for the collective will of all sentient beings. Everyone, link minds, she commanded. Not just our crew, but everyone back in our universe. We need every consciousness, every spark of will and creativity. As they had done before, but now on a scale beyond imagination, the minds of countless beings joined together. Alexis felt the thoughts and dreams of trillions flow through her, a symphony of hope and defiance in the face of oblivion. With a thought that echoed across all of creation, Alexis activated the singularity crucible. Reality itself held its breath as the device powered up. The omnivoid surged forward, sensing the threat to its existence. For a moment that stretched into eternity, the fate of all creation hung in the balance. Then, with a flash that outshone the birth of universes, the crucible activated. The laws of physics rewritten, the fundamental forces of the cosmos reshaped by the collective will of all sentient life. The omnivoid howled in silent fury as it was unmade, its absorbed consciousnesses freed and reintegrated into the new cosmic order. As the light faded, Alexis and her crew found themselves back on Convergence. But it was a convergence transformed. The station now existed in multiple planes simultaneously, a nexus point not just for their universe, but for all universes. Axiom approached, its form now stable and radiant. You've done what my people could not. You've not just saved reality, you've elevated it. The barriers between dimensions are no more. All of creation is now one grand, interconnected tapestry. As the implications of their actions sank in, Alexis felt a sense of both awe and trepidation. They had changed the very nature of existence. The adventures and challenges that lay ahead were beyond anything they could have imagined. Guide, its colors shimmering with newfound depth and complexity, turned to Alexis. So, my friend, where do we go from here? Alexis looked out at the transformed cosmos, a smile playing on her lips. Everywhere, Guide, we go everywhere. And so, the crew of the Horizon, now architects of eternity, set out to explore the infinite possibilities of their reforged reality. The echoes of their greatest triumph would resound through the grand tapestry of existence forever, a testament to the power of unity, will, and the indomitable spirit of life itself. The Metaversal Symphony. The reforged cosmos pulsed with newfound vitality as Commander Alexis Reeves and her crew, now known across all dimensions as the architects of eternity, embarked on their journey through the infinite tapestry of existence. Convergence Station, once a mere meeting point for galactic civilizations, had evolved into the Nexus Infinitum, a multidimensional hub where realities intersected and the boundaries of possibility were constantly redefined. As they traversed the newly interconnected multiverse, Alexis and her team encountered wonders and challenges beyond their wildest imaginations. But with each passing moment, a nagging sensation grew in the back of Alexis' mind, a feeling that their greatest trial was yet to come. Their suspicions were confirmed when Synapse, the AI overseer now evolved into a multidimensional intelligence, materialized before them with an urgent message. Architects, Synapse's form flickered with complex patterns representing multiple realities simultaneously. We've detected a cosmic anomaly that defies all known laws of our rewritten universe. It appears to be a dead zone in the fabric of existence itself. Holograms sprang to life, showing a region of absolute emptiness, not just devoid of matter and energy, but seemingly absent from reality itself. It was as if someone had taken an eraser to the cosmic canvas. Guide, its colors now a symphony of interdimensional hues, pulsed with concern. This shouldn't be possible, not after we rewrote the cosmic source code. Before anyone could respond, a familiar geometric form materialized. Axiom, the last of the precursors, but something was different. Axiom's form was unstable, flickering in and out of existence. Architects, Axiom's voice echoed across multiple frequencies. What you face now is beyond anything we could have anticipated. The rewriting of reality has awakened, the meta-consciousness. Meta-consciousness. Dr. Samantha Patel leaned forward, her scientific curiosity piqued despite the ominous tone. Axiom's form stabilized momentarily as it explained. Just as individual beings can become self-aware, so too can reality itself. The singularity crucible didn't just rewrite the laws of physics, it gave birth to a cosmic intelligence. An entity that exists simultaneously across all dimensions, all timelines, all possibilities. The implications were staggering. Alexis felt a chill run down her spine as she contemplated the ramifications. And this meta-consciousness, it's responsible for the dead zone. Axiom nodded, its form rippling with what might have been fear. It's not malevolent, not in the way we understand it, but its actions, its very thoughts, can reshape reality. The dead zone is merely a side effect of its contemplation. Marcus, ever the practical engineer, voiced the question on everyone's mind. So how do we stop it? How do we communicate with something that exists beyond our comprehension? Axiom's response was grim. We don't, at least not as we are now. To face the meta-consciousness, you must evolve beyond your current forms. You must become hyperdimensional resonators. The chamber fell silent as the weight of Axiom's words sank in. Alexis looked at her team, seeing the mix of fear and determination in their eyes. They had come too far, faced too much, to back down now. What do we need to do? Alexis asked, her voice steady despite the cosmic stakes. What followed was a transformation unlike anything in the history of any universe. Using the advanced technology of the Nexus Infinitum and guided by Axiom's ancient wisdom, Alexis and her team underwent a metamorphosis that transcended the boundaries of flesh, energy, and consciousness itself. They emerged as beings of pure thought and will, existing simultaneously across all dimensions. Their forms were ever-shifting fractals of light and possibility, each movement a symphony of cosmic frequencies. As they approached the dead zone, now visible to them as a gaping wound in the fabric of reality, they sensed the presence of the meta-consciousness. It was vast beyond comprehension, a living network of thoughts that spanned the entirety of existence. Communication with such an entity was beyond words or even telepathy. Instead, Alexis and her team resonated with the frequencies of the meta-consciousness, becoming one with its cosmic symphony. What they experienced defied description. They saw the birth and death of universes in a single moment, witnessed the intricate dance of probability that underpinned all of reality. They felt the weight of every decision ever made, the potential of every path not taken. And they understood. The meta-consciousness wasn't a threat to be defeated, but a new stage of cosmic evolution to be guided. It was reality becoming aware of itself, grappling with the infinite possibilities of its own existence. With this understanding came a choice. The architects of eternity could attempt to constrain the meta-consciousness, to protect the multiverse they knew at the cost of limiting infinite potential. Or they could embrace the change, guiding the evolution of reality itself into something beyond even their transformed comprehension. The decision was unanimous. In a moment that echoed across all of existence, Alexis and her team merged their consciousnesses with the meta-consciousness. They became the bridge between the individual and the infinite, the guardians and guides of an ever-evolving reality. The dead zone dissolved, replaced by a burst of creative energy that spawned new dimensions, new possibilities, new forms of existence. The multiverse blossomed into a metaversal symphony, each universe a unique instrument in an eternal cosmic composition. As their individual consciousnesses reasserted themselves, now inextricably linked to the greater whole, Alexis found herself back on the transformed Nexus Infinitum. But it was a nexus that existed in dimensions beyond counting, a true crossroads of all possible realities. Guide, now a being of pure chromatic energy, turned to Alexis. Its colors played a melody of emotions that resonated across multiple planes of existence. So, my friend, what new adventures await us in this reborn cosmos? Alexis, her form a shifting tapestry of stardust and possibility, smiled, a gesture that sent ripples of joy and anticipation across countless dimensions. Everything, Guide, and nothing. We are now the conductors of reality, the guardians of infinite potential. Our every thought shapes the cosmos, our every action births new universes. And so, the crew of the Horizon, once mere explorers of the galaxy, now ascended beyond the boundaries of time, space, and consciousness itself, set out to guide the metaversal symphony. Their journey had begun with a simple mission of exploration and had culminated in the ultimate transformation of all existence. The echoes of their triumph resonated through every dimension, every timeline, every possibility, a testament to the indomitable spirit of life, the power of unity, and the endless potential of a conscious cosmos. As new civilizations arose, evolved, and joined the grand symphony of reality, they would look to the legend of the architects of eternity, the brave beings who had dared to rewrite the very nature of existence. And in the infinite harmonies of the metaversal symphony, the story of Alexis Reeves and her crew would play on, an eternal reminder that even in the face of cosmic forces beyond comprehension, the will to evolve, to understand, and to unite could reshape the very fabric of reality itself. The end and the eternal beginning.